Good morning, Internet. 11:59, still technically the morning. You can't yell at me. I hope you're having a good day today. How are you doing? I am calling this one I love myself enough to ... And last night I played a wedding about 3 hours away, and I carpooled with the trumpet player, and we had a really great conversation. Well, the way up and the way down, but on the way down we talked about a lot of vulnerable things, and I shared with him this concept of I love myself enough to, and he was very, very moved by it, and that was fun to share. And I thought it'd be a good idea to make it the topic of my stream today. So hello, one person who's here. So the idea is, this is a tool I've come up with where you simply say I love myself enough to, and then fill in the blank with whatever is appropriate. And what is great about this tool is that you can, whatever is at the end of this sentence is totally catered to what you need and what you know you need. It's not about anyone else. And so sometimes for me, it's I love myself enough to go on a run, even if I don't feel like going on a run. I love myself enough to do this thing that's hard. Sometimes it's I love myself enough to eat ice cream, or I love myself enough to play RuneScape. And it can be a lot of different things. I love myself enough to check my bank account to make sure my credit card bill is not overdue. Or I love myself enough to say yes to this gig to make rent. Or I love myself enough to say no to this gig to create time to do what I want. And I love myself enough to let myself feel whatever feelings I'm feeling. I love myself enough to believe that my music is good. I love myself enough to know that I'm not going to die alone, to believe that I will find love. I love myself enough to know that I'm valuable. And another phrase I've taught myself that goes along with this is I give myself permission to. And those two phrases are really, really powerful, because I think a lot of us are adults who don't know how to parent ourselves and don't know how to love ourselves and how to give ourselves permission to do and be certain ways. And, for me at first with I give myself permission, it was I give myself permission to be angry. I give myself permission to be upset. I give myself permission to cry. I give myself permission to feel like the world is unfair. And, I let myself do that, especially when I was going through some real heartbreak. And just realizing that was really helpful for getting it out there and not treating myself like I have to have it all figured out. I have to have it all together, but letting myself fall apart a little bit when my heart was hurting. And I love myself enough to let myself feel my emotions fully. I love myself enough to know that my emotions, even the ones that are maybe big or scary, aren't wrong or bad. They just are. And I give myself permission to feel the way however I feel. And I think lately I've been realizing I love myself enough to know that I don't have to hold on to the angry train of thought. I love myself enough to know that I don't have to get on the despair train of thought. I love myself enough to choose trains of thoughts that are optimistic, trains of thoughts that are hopeful, trains of thoughts that are rooted in possibility. And it's just really been fun and inspiring to use those tools. And it was great to share it with my buddy last night. I know he was really moved by it. And I think for me, it's I love myself enough to write my journal today. I love myself enough to go live on Facebook and share where I'm at. I love myself enough to buy coffee because coffee makes me happy. I love myself enough to reach out to the people I love to check in on how they're doing and share with them how I'm doing. I love myself enough to make plans with people that I care about. I love myself enough to make business plans, to schedule things like my recording sessions. Um, yeah, I think it's a really powerful exercise, and I would really encourage you to use this, because I definitely will sometimes be I will sometimes let myself fall in a rut. I will maybe wake up and feel like life sucks, or feel like everything's wrong, or I'm never going to figure it out. You know, I think the two thoughts that the two beliefs I am consciously changing is I will never find true love, and I'll never make it as a career as an original music artist. And I'm saying now I love myself enough to not feed into those thoughts, because those thoughts are just thoughts. They aren't real. They're just in my head. And I love myself enough to believe that I will find true love. I love myself enough to know that I am becoming the man of some woman's dream as she's becoming the woman of my dreams. And I love myself enough to believe that. And I love myself enough to believe that the music that I write and the art that I create has the power to really impact people. And I love myself enough to be humble enough to take small steps towards it, instead of letting myself get worked up and frustrated about all the things I haven't done. So yeah, that's I want to share that today, because I shared that with somebody yesterday and he was really moved. So the two tools for you to use, that you can use them today, they're free to use. You just got to know English. I guess you can know another language, but I only know them in English. But I think these are available in any language you speak. I love myself enough to ... and I give myself permission to ... The one other thing I'll share is I'll shout out Alex Wasili. I called him yesterday to talk to him about touring and booking shows and stuff, and he gave me a lot of really great feedback, a lot of good ideas, a lot of thoughts. And one thing he shared was like, what if my band name instead of Safety Squad is Adventure with Danny? And that was really interesting, because he's like, nobody really in Chicago has the balls to like put their name on something. And like, he's like, I could see you doing that. And he's like, you are a leader, you are a band leader. I was like, wow. So we're not changing it today, but it is like, yeah, I mean, the brand of Adventure with Danny that I've built up on Instagram and TikTok definitely is strong. And yeah, very interesting to think about. So anyways, I love myself enough to share my thoughts vulnerably with the world. And I hope you love yourself enough to do the things that you would do for someone you love. And I'll also say it is a cycle. When I started this, the very first time I said this, I said to my coach, I wish I loved myself enough to do the things that I know are good for me. And he helped share that it's a cycle. You do things for yourself to declare you love, like you declare you love yourself enough to do the thing, and then you do the thing which shows you love yourself, which then helps you declare you love yourself even more. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm probably going to be in the park later making up songs for strangers, so look out for that. Bye.